What's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. We're going to be talking about Mimi Cave's Fresh. So, Mimi Cave's Fresh is a 2022, obviously, romantic thriller horror. Yeah, comedy horror, whatever you want to call it. It's starring Daisy Edgar Jones, the Winter Soldier himself, Sebastian Stan, and it's about a girl who basically is doing the whole internet dating, Tinder, swiping, going on dates. They turn out shit. She gets bored of it, meets a guy in a supermarket. They obviously fall for each other. And you just... nothing seems right. You know, something is amiss here. The guy just walks up to her in the middle of a supermarket and chats to her, and he's the best thing since sliced bread.
I love you, pumpkin.
I love you, honey bunny.
So they get on like a house on fire. It turns out that he is a serial killer. I'm not giving anything away. He's a serial killer. I won't tell you why he does it or what he's doing. But he's a serial killer. He falls for her, and then more mischief happens. In terms of kind of the message being sent out, obviously it's social satire based on toxic masculinity, about the dating game as a whole. Like, there's a scene at the very start where she's on a date, and it's basically kind of like, obviously it's probably reacting in terms of like, oh, I'm just not into you, and he's like, well, I didn't like you anyway, you weren't that nice looking. And that's kind of like the whole kind of thing that happens on the dating scene. I haven't been on the dating scene in years, but that's kind of the way it goes anyway, with kind of little boy egos that get fragile after being let down or torn down by another lady friend. So, I do think it starts off really well. The title comes in like, I think it's 30 minutes, 35 minutes. It's kind of like this slick, suave feel to it. It's paced well up until, I think, the middle of the second act. I do think it's about 20 minutes too long. It really could have been shortened down a little bit. Kind of loses his way then in the middle, where that happens a lot in movies. Then it gets a bit chaotic at the end. Some twists and turns. The chemistry between Daisy Edgar Jones and Sebastian Stan is really good. The dialogue is well written. It's well directed. I have a little bit of a confession. I wrote a script similar, not exactly the same. It's more about two serial killers that meet each other on a dating website. It's kind of like the social satire of dating and commentary and all of that. So it kind of made me, but it is good. It's not great. It's good. If it was a half an hour, 25 minutes shorter, it probably would have been a lot better. At times it's crossed between, like, is it not funny enough, or are they trying to go with this serious message? And at times I think it befuddled between that. It doesn't really hit the mark on both, in my opinion anyway. That's probably what lets it down, that and the time length. But it is good. There is some fun parts in it. Chemistry is really good, written really well. So what I think I'll give Fresh is 3.5. No, not 3.5. That's way too much. 3 bears out of 5. So yeah, check it out. My next review is going to be... I'm not quite sure yet. But please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode.